about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Back to my channel. My name's Andrea, and if you didn't know, I love making fake desserts to display on my countertops year long. And so for spring, I made this DIY fake cake. If you haven't seen my tutorial on it, I will link a video down below. But today I thought I would switch it up since it is summer and I really wanted to try to make a fake pie. So let me show you what I made. So here we go, a fake cherry pie. If you're interested in learning how to make this pie, I would love to show you how I did it. So please keep watching. The very first thing is this Crayola Model Magic. I bought mine from Hobby Lobby. I will go ahead and put a link to everything I find on Amazon where you can get these products. But you will need this Model Magic. And then I also bought like some caramel and tan color paints because the Model Magic is going to look like a pie crust and I want it to look baked. And so I bought these different color paints to give it that effect that it has been baked. The next thing you will need are containers of fake cherries. Here's my little fake cherries. I bought these at my local Hobby Lobby, but I will definitely look on Amazon and see if I can link some of these for you all down below. I'm gonna go ahead and use this glass pie dish. So I just thought it would look super nice and elegant to use a real pie dish. You don't have to do anything fancy if you don't want to use a pie dish. You definitely can just use one of these little tins that you can get very inexpensive at Walmart. Okay, so I just rolled out one package and I'm definitely going to need two because as you can see, one is probably only gonna cover the bottom. So two should be good, but I have an extra third one just in case. I am so happy and relieved that I picked up 3 packages of this Model Magic. The reason is this always happens to me. Has this happened to you guys where you've been working on a project and you're in the zone and then you realize you don't have enough material? It is like the worst thing ever. So I'm glad I trusted my instincts and I grabbed 3 of these Model Magic clays. We are finished with the bottom layer of the pie crust. It did land up taking 2 of these packages, so this is 4 ounces. It took 8 ounces of the Model Magic to make the bottom layer. The hardest part of this was really just shaping the edges of the fake pie crust, but I'm going to set this aside now to let it dry and then we will get to painting it and adding the filler. As I have my little fake cherries here and I'm going to be pulling the stems off and adding them to the top of the pie. So now we're gonna roll out the clay and do the top portion of this cherry pie. Actually had to look up a tutorial on how to do a lattice on a real cherry pie. You just fold 2 of the edges down and then add another piece. And then you fold the one middle one you haven't used yet, add another piece. And then once again, fold the 2 strips back and add another piece. So now I'm just going to kind of cut these edges a little bit. And here is how my fake cherry pie is looking so far. I think it is looking so cute. Wait till I paint it. It is hopefully going to look even more realistic than this. Okay guys, so as you can see, our Model Magic clay is now dry, and we are going to work on painting the crust and the lattice of the pie. I've already started doing the crust a little bit, just to give it more of a realistic baked look. I am so excited to see how this turns out. So let's get started painting. I'm going to work on painting my lattice now. I have different shades of brown here, and I'm going to just use a little paintbrush, some water, and try as best as I can to match the color of a real pie crust. Okay, I am painting the lattice now, and let me show you guys. I'm using this light khaki color, but I'm watering it down quite a bit because I want this to look like a real crust. I'm just going over with this kind of golden khaki color, and then we will add some more details. As you can see here, I'm making certain areas look like they were cooked a little more than others, just kind of blending and shading. And the important thing to remember is you can always obviously add more paint, but it's very difficult once you've applied the paint to take anything off or to remove anything. So it's just always easier to add more than to put too much. Again, just watering down the paint quite a bit and then adding a wash of color. So I want my fake cherry pie to look as realistic as possible and have some dimension. So I am just taking my time and trying to think of areas that might bake darker than others and paint those a little darker and then just blend out my paint. I found the best way to apply the darker color is just to get a little bit, and then what you want to do is do very quick fine brush strokes to make it look more natural. And then you just keep blending. The edges as well, I'm painting a little darker because that is where I'm imagining might look a little bit more golden brown and might bake a little bit more. Guys, I wanted to show you, I wish I would have done this before I added the cherries and the lattice on top, but I definitely wanted the crust painted because I have a glass dish and I didn't want it to be white and then like a golden color. So I was able to gently pull this out of the pie, the glass pie pan, and I added it to this little cake stand here. And again, I just used a wash of color and just painted the entire crust except the bottom. The bottom's not quite done yet, but I wanted to show you guys how this looks. I think it looks so awesome.
About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out.
Okay guys, we are all done making this fake cherry pie. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast making this with all of you. As I stated before, this was my first time doing a fake pie, and I thought it was pretty easy. Believe it or not, the part that took the longest was kind of painting on the details on the crust and the lattice. Other than that, this project was super easy to do. I highly recommend it. I would love to know in the comments down below what you think, and if you try this pie, definitely let me know. And I cannot wait to put this out on my kitchen counter for summer now. I'm gonna trade out the little spring pie that I had sitting on my counter and now add my summer cherry pie. I'm so excited. If you guys enjoyed this video, video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next video.
About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we